Mobland Episode 5 Recap and Ending Explained. Is Vron dead or alive? Conrad, Kevin, Harry, Richie, Ollie, and Charlie withdraw to one of the Stevenson household's numerous rooms at the conclusion of Mobland Episode 5 to discuss Tommy's passing. Kevin and Harry are fully expecting Richie to take dramatic measures. Conrad responds that he doesn't give a damn about someone else's war as Richie immediately brings up the genocide that Israel is committing against the Palestinian people. Although this may appear like a casual allusion, I believe there is a deeper meaning to it, which I will discuss in more detail shortly. Richie claims to be well aware that Eddie killed Tommy, not Valjon or anybody else. However, Richie is prepared to let go of the past as long as Conrad makes sure Eddie is never seen by himself in London, the UK, or any place else in the world. Richie will have him killed if he displays his unsightly mug anyplace. Although Conrad doesn't expressly accept these terms, I believe he is forced to follow Richie's guidelines. Maeve believes that Vron had her roofied at the party when she later awakens from her medically induced coma. The next day, when she starts Vron's car, it catches fire, very the Godfather-esque, after she gives Paul the order to plant a bomb in it. Vron has passed away. The gang war has been formally initiated by Maeve. There will be bloodshed, and Eddie and Maeve will be held accountable. Now that we've cleared that out, let me analyze this explosion. First of all, I knew right away that the white automobile in the Stevensons' driveway was going to catch fire and take a Stevenson or a Harrigan with it when the Harrigans were entering the home for the wake. Because you must have seen a burning automobile and recognized it if you've watched the opening credits as many times as I have. I therefore clutched my head when I saw it belonged to Vron because I knew what would happen as soon as she stepped inside. Then there's the case of Maeve. I think she is an idiot with way too much self-confidence. Or else why would she immediately assume that Vron had spiked her drink instead of her own son, who handed her the bloody drink? She had already set her sights on Vron, she envied her for her youth or her curtains, and she just needed a half-baked reason to kill her. She doesn't care if she is right or wrong. She just wants a gang war because she thinks it'll give her and the Harrigans the power they deserve. She doesn't care if her methods will yield. Mobland Episode 5 Recap and Ending Explained, Coming to the Funeral. 3 major things are happening at the same time at the funeral and wake, where Hitchcock's theory of treating tension like an elastic band is so beautifully used. First, Richie is trying to intimidate the Harrigans, specifically Conrad. Second, Maeve and Eddie are trying to make the conflict between the Stevensons and the Harrigans worse by constantly annoying Vron. Third, there is a subtle rift between Kevin and Harry due to Bella's feelings for Harry and her lack of trust in him, and fourth, there is a subtle rift between Kevin, Harry, and Eddie because of Rusby. Yes, that is accurate. I believe that one of the primary reasons Eddie despises Harry and Kevin is that they have used him as a sort of punching bag for all of their suppressed emotions related to their difficult time in juvie. It's rather clear that Harry and Kevin have created these ultramasculine, tough guy personalities to conceal the reality that they were exploited as children. Kevin believes that his son has inherited his vulnerabilities and that he wants to toughen him up so that he doesn't act foolishly all the time. Given that there is a hypothesis that Eddie is Harry's kid due to Harry's likely affair with Bella, if this is accurate, Eddie's insults of Harry won't be. Perhaps even Harry feels that he should toughen him up. Additionally, Eddie has been badly impacted by this combined anti-idiotic bullying, which has led him to support his grandmother. Even though I despise Eddie and found it amusing that Tom Hardy and Paddy Considine are often teasing Anson Boone, who is doing a fantastic job, especially during that nail scissors scene, I believe this proves that you need to go over your issues before beginning a family. Because it is impossible to control a child once they are born. They get worse the more you try to control them, and eventually they turn into what you're afraid of. In any case, Harry tells Eddie to go home after Kevin slips a sleeping drug of some sort in Maeve's champagne glass after they see that Eddie and Maeve are banding together to provoke the Stevensons. However, Richie stops the Harrigans from bringing Eddie to a secure location since he needs to discuss certain matters with them.